What's up guys, today we got a comparison of the Pixel 6 Pro versus the Pixel 7 Pro. So let's go ahead and get it out of the way first. Should you upgrade from a 6 Pro to 7 Pro? Absolutely not. It's completely unnecessary. Like I said, it's always going to look like a good upgrade if you are like me and you're just really into tech and stuff like that. Then of course, every new phone is going to be a good upgrade. For the average person, the changes that they made are pretty good and we're going to go over them. But like I said, if you already have a 6 Pro, there's no real reason to upgrade because the changes there's nothing like super dramatic about this change with the 7 Pro. So let's go ahead and get started. As far as the design, we pretty much have virtually the same design here. There is a slight difference, as you guys can see. Now we have a metal camera bar now. And as you can see, it's kind of like one piece with the design. As you can see with the 7, it kind of like stops right here with the camera bar, but as you can see, it kind of like blends into the camera. I mean, not the camera, but the sides right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, so as far as the design, I do like the design of 7 Pro. But like I said, they pretty much look the same. They feel the same. They're both glass and metal, both IP68. They both the same weight, same height. As you can see, slight difference with the button placements now, but as you can see, like the 7 Pro is a little lower. They both have stereo speakers, which we will compare, but I don't think there's a difference with that either. So as far as hardware, it's virtually the same. Alright, so let's talk about two very nice improvements that they actually did. And the 7 Pro has a much faster fingerprint scanner. It's much faster and it just feels way better than the Pixel 6 Pro's fingerprint scanner. The 6 Pro feels just a little bit slower. Not only do we get the faster fingerprint scanner, but we also get face unlock with the Pixel as well too, with the 7 Pro. So that is really nice as well. I was really happy when Google brought that over here. Let's go ahead and talk about the displays. So the 7 Pro, they both basically have the same display. So they're both LTPO 6.7 inch displays. They're both 1440p and they're both 512 for the PPI. Basically look identical when it comes to the display. Now the 7 Pro does not curve as much as the 6 Pro. So that's a very minor difference, and you kind of could barely tell if you're just an average person. You're not really looking for it. But yeah, so you might like that the 7 Pro does not do that dramatic curve as much. If you're a fan of the curved displays, it's still curved, but it's just not as dramatic. So you'll probably have less accidental touches, which is probably a good thing, for the people that use their phones, without a case or anything like that. But yeah, so as far as the displays, virtually the same. Now the Pixel 7 Pro is 1500 nits peak brightness, so it will be a little bit brighter than the 6 Pro. But like I said, both phones outdoors, they do a very good job. It's not like you can't see the 6 Pro outdoors. So like I said, displays pretty much the same. Alright, so I wanted to see if we got a speaker improvement here. So we'll start with the 7 Pro max volume. Yeah, like I suspected, they both sound identical. These actually have some excellent sounding speakers. So if you're worried about speaker quality, these are awesome sounding. Bass is crazy good on here. Really good detail with bass. Really good punchy sound. Overall, just really loud. So if you're one of those people that like to watch movies, play games, play music out loud, these are two great devices for that. So let's go ahead and talk about one of the other differences here. Is with the new chip. So we have the Tensor G2 chip, and then we have the Tensor chip, the original one, right? All right, so basically you get a little bit better, Geekbench scores, but it's like I said, it's not like super crazy. You can see it really comes with a multi-core, but it's not. The Pixel is not going for like these crazy benchmark jumps. I can see next year it not being like a huge jump either. Google does a lot of stuff with the chip that has nothing to do with like the overall like, you know, Geekbench and all that stuff. So both of these phones are super blazing fast. Now I did notice a difference with the gaming performance, guys, and I want to go ahead and get into that because it was kind of an interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to. This phone played Fortnite better than the 7 Pro. The 7 Pro plays PUBG better than the 6 Pro, and I'll show you that in the settings here. But as far as like the speed of these two devices here, they're essentially the same, so you're not getting any type of speed update at all. Like the 7 Pro might be a little bit faster probably launching stuff, but yeah, and see even the 6 Pro came in on top there, so it's not like it's like a big difference here. Yeah, I need to sign into that. Let's go ahead and launch PUBG because I want to show you guys something. So I thought this was really interesting. See which one of these gets into PUBG first. So you guys will see that the Pixel 6 Pro can't play PUBG at its highest settings, I guess you could say, or one of its highest settings. I gotta restart on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. With the 7 Pro, we're able to play at HDR Extreme, and this is able to keep, you know, hold that 60 frames, right? Hold it 60 frames easily at HDR. Now the 6 Pro, unless they updated or optimized it or something like that, but the 6 Pro, it should be able to play this. That's why I always thought it was bizarre, right? It should be able to play this at the same settings. But watch this. It only plays HDR Ultra. This is more than capable of playing at HDR Extreme. So I've always thought that was weird. But this phone plays Fortnite better than this phone. So it's just kind of weird. Like, I know these tensor chips are new and stuff like that. So it's just kind of weird, like the optimization and stuff like that. I'm wondering like how all that works. But as far as like playing video games and stuff like that, it's going to be a great experience. Like I said, for the average person, it's not going to really for the casual gamer, you're not going to really notice too much lagging and stuff like that, which is going to be great. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the cameras here, because this is, again, there's virtually, I'm going to show you guys side by side stills. There's very little difference here as well too. Google gave us a new telescope lens, right? So instead of 4x, we can do 5x now, as you guys can see right there. But they're taking the same picture. So they both have a 50 megapixel standard 48 megapixel telephoto. Like I said, this does 5x, this does 4x. You have a 12 megapixel ultra wide. They both shoot in 4K 60 on the front and back. And then you have a 10.8 megapixel selfie cam on the 6 Pro, and then you actually have an 11.1 ultra wide selfie cam. But like I said, virtually the same. I'll show you guys the side-by-side stills and stuff like that. If you're thinking you're gonna get a better camera, you're really just not. Alright guys, here's the Pixel 7, our 2X. And then we have our 0.5. A little bit more zoom there. And then we have our ultra wide as well too. Alright guys, here's the video on the Pixel 6 Pro here. You guys could let me know if you guys notice any type of difference here. There's our 2X, our 4X. .5, 0.7. Okay, so lastly, here's actually a pretty good improvement that I noticed that was very noticeable. Standby time on the Pixel 7 Pro is way better than the Pixel 6 Pro. Battery life is better on the 7 Pro than on the 6 Pro. It's like almost night and day. This phone drains pretty fast just without even using it, right? Like I'll just leave it for a day without touching it and it'll just drain and it'll be dead. This phone I can leave for days, right? And I'll still have juice in it. Not only that, this just does better with battery life, probably due to the new chip, right? So you're able to get just a little bit more screen on time, and this is just more of an all-day phone, the 7 Pro. The 6 Pro, it can be an all-day phone, but if you're a power user, it could kind of like get close to dying before the day's over. So that's definitely a nice improvement. Hopefully Google continues to work on that. They both have 5,000 milliamp batteries, so they both have pretty big batteries, right? They both have the 30-watt charging. They both have wireless charging. They both have reverse wireless charging. So again, should you upgrade? Like I said, if you have the money, you get to get a trade-in deal. You know, why not? If you really want, you know, the latest phone, right? If you have the 6 Pro and you're like, is it really worth it? No, it's not. So be sure to let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.